Back in the room.
Back in the room.
Oh, back in the room. And we're glad you can join us.
Very glad.
Let's go to a place where the distractions, the landmarks, and the detours are the main roads. Welcome to ADHDville.
Yes, let's go there.
Go there.
This is the episode we should have had last week. Should have had last week.
Yes.
We kind of went off-piste a little bit, then we just kept on going and going and going.
And
so
going.
This is what we should have been doing last week.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Paul Thompson. I was diagnosed with the combined ADHD and the D again, dragging and kicking and screaming towards 3 years ago.
And I'm Martin West, and I was officially diagnosed with the combined ADHD poo-poo platter in 2013, self-diagnosed autistic, and we are both the ex-mayors of ADHDville.
Hello.
Hanging out at the King's Agitated Head, where we take care of business.
Yes.
Oh, that was a lot of talking without stopping. And this week, as Paul mentioned in your very musical intro, right? I am surprised. Yeah, I would keep your phone free because I think Broadway is gonna phone you up for a musical number.
It's funny you say that, Martin. Actually, because I've been told by people that I've got a very good singing voice.
All right.
Some people even said quite recently, oh, when I sang, they actually got quite a kind of a tingle going like, blimey, Paul.
Okay. And they didn't ever say, Paul, your voice carries really well. Let's see how far you can go away and I can still hear you. And then you just start walking away and start singing. They get further away.
Right. No, it's more of a range thing. I can go like from kind of soprano to kind of castrato.
Castrato. Oh, I mean, I don't want to hear it because
that's
because you blow up people's eardrums.
Right.
But
yeah, it's also illegal now, castrato.
Oh yeah. But so if you held a wine glass in your hand, could you sing and
no,
make it shatter?
No.
Do you think?
I could probably make it wince.
You could probably empty it of wine.
Yes, absolutely, no problem.
Anyhow, all right. Well, so this is a good, bad, and the ugly episode. We're going to stay in the pub, and the point of this episode, which we were supposed to do last week but didn't, is that Paul and I catch up on our ADHD lives.
Yes.
What the fuck is going on?
We didn't even start it last week.
I know. Last week was a complete
off on a tangent right from the word go.
Right. So let's see if we can herd the cats better this week.
Right.
Now then, so we divide this up into good, bad, and ugly. Actually, do you have any ugly in your world? I don't.
I have.
All right. Okay. All right. And we change from good and the bad and the ugly via your bell.
Which, well, thanks for reminding me, Martin.
Hang on. Where's Paul's lost his little bell.
It was there.
Oh no.
And now it's not.
Oh. See, this is an ADHD moment right here.
Yeah.
Oh no. And he's hunting in pots.
I'm sure. Or did I go and hang it somewhere?
Oh.
No, I haven't got it.
All right. Okay.
I haven't got it. God, it's the only sound effects that I have, and I've failed.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, anyway, we're gonna move on. I think I think the thing that I'm interested in from you, Paul, in the world of
right.
good,
Yeah.
right, is I don't know. 2 weeks ago, we
Yes.
talked about you.
Yeah.
You were going to do a photography interview, for
As a
a
lesbian.
lesbian only
Yeah.
photographers group,
Gallery. Yeah.
and right, and we were all wondering how that was going to go when you turn up
Yeah.
as not a lesbian, and
No.
how that went. So tell us how that whole story
Thing
went,
went.
Paul.
Well, it's a bit of a letdown, really. I mean, I went with good intentions, but when I rocked up, it
Yes.
was heaving with people.
All right. Well, that's
The
good.
whole, well, it. So it was an exhibition of. There was probably about 40 different, maybe 50 different galleries from all around the world,
Okay.
photography galleries.
Hmm.
Okay, and I arrived. I bumped into a friend that I knew. That was nice.
Nice.
And then I decided that I was just going to walk around and just get myself kind of acclimatized,
Yeah, I get it.
you know?
Hmm.
So just like, just get it into. And then so I was walking around and then basically well, how can I put this? I bottled it
Oh, I see.
because I'll tell you why I bottled it. Because other than the fact that I'm
Because you're
not a
not a lesbian.
lesbian and
Oh,
I'm not Lebanese,
okay.
because there was another gallery that said, "Yeah, come along and we'll have a chat." They're exclusively Lebanese photographers,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So that was one thing. The other thing was and then a lot of a couple of other galleries, they replied to me before I went saying we can't because it costs so much, the space, that we
Yeah.
don't actually use that. It's not, we have to sell stuff, right?
Yes.
We have to sell photography. It's not a space for photographers to come along and present themselves. And
Right.
so, and it was full of people, and it's like, okay. Then I couldn't even find them.
Okay.
I couldn't even find them, the galleries. Even if I was a lesbian or Lebanese or both, I couldn't find them. I was looking up at the stairs, they're kind of like all in the same position. There's
Right.
like the names of the things. It's like lesbian gallery, Lebanese. No, couldn't find them.
Uh, do you
But
do? Yes.
I did have a chat with some other galleries that were a bit
Okay.
less. It's very intimidating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
These
Yeah, I'm sure.
places. They're
Yeah.
really intimidating. But there
Hmm.
were some nice people. There were some guys in there. I had a chat with them, and I sent them my video presentation
All right.
afterwards.
Okay.
Actually, I took the list of all. I got a list of all of their contacts from
All right.
about 30 different galleries, and
Okay.
sent them an email with my video presentation of my photography.
Okay. Cool bananas.
Of
All right.
which three have replied saying thank you but no thanks.
All right.
But still,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
Out there,
I'm out
meeting
there.
people.
And in the meantime, printing. I've started printing my photography,
Oh, okay. Cool.
which is looking great. I'm loving that part of it.
All right.
I've never
All right.
printed my own photography before,
Wow.
other than snaps
All right.
in the
Cool.
1970s.
All right. Oh, well, okay. I think that we'll have to press on because we've got a lot
Yeah.
to cover. So, what else is in your good
Am
in
I
your in
good?
your
Am I good? I got some really nice feedback from one of my those that don't know. I teach, I guide and teach conversation English to Italian professionals,
Mm-hmm.
and one of which, well, I've got two groups in one particular company. One is a group of five professionals from different areas of their business, and the other one is an individual with their CEO.
Oh,
And she said to me, Paul, I just want to say to you, Paul, what a massive difference you've made. And I want to thank you for all the effort you've put in. And she said, I've seen such an amazing growth out of confidence in my colleagues. So
wow.
it's really cool.
Oh, yeah, because that sentence that she said in
Yeah,
English
yeah.
sounds really good. So you've obviously taken her from hardly
She's,
speaking English at all to like a sentence
well,
like
no,
that.
she was already C1 level. She already
Okay,
speaks exceptionally good English
all right.
and Spanish.
You just polished her up a bit.
I'm just polishing her up a bit, yeah. So that's really nice. But the point being, I'm really bad at taking on compliments.
Right.
And so we've had a conversation. We had an episode about this once, but so I took a point to absorb the compliment, Martin.
Good for you. Good for you. That's good.
So but it was really nice. It makes a difference, you know. It really does. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said I made a point of thanking her, and it's really cool. She said she has couple of these colleagues that I have. She said they kind of like really make a big effort to make sure that they can be present once a week because sometimes they're busy, you know.
Right.
But they really enthusiastic about being able to be present for my lessons. So it's really
Yeah.
nice.
I love that.
Nice.
Nice.
So
All
that's a
right.
good. That's a good,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's a good.
That is good. That is good.
How about you, Mr. West?
God, well, I mean, there's quite a lot in my good world, which is so I've started to go to the gym, and I have a personal trainer that I've booked
No
a
way.
bunch of sessions with. So every
Right,
week, I go and meet Dave at
right.
at the gym,
Well,
and
we're
he's
talking about intimidating environments before. Gyms can be quite intimidating.
well, that's the thing because they've got all these machines
Yeah,
and ropey things and bally things and there's that whole area. I mean,
right,
I am happy to go onto a running machine or an elliptical, those ones, but the kind of the serious end of the gym over
right.
there, that's like, oh god, no, I'm not going in there. So he is teaching me like all the things, so I don't
Well, that's
feel
good
so kind of scared of that part of the room.
because it is intimidating if you're not a man of a certain type.
Right.
It can be intimidating and uncomfortable going into those environments because you get, you know, the basic premise of weights, for example, is to have the weights are quite low, but do more repeats. But no,
Mhm.
the most blokes they like try to do like 300 kilos on dumbbells,
Right.
just to prove
Yeah.
their masculinity. And you walk into those situations, you think, oh God,
Right. So I'm kind of yeah. So that's one good thing. The the I don't know if anyone knows, but every week I do a winter sport called curling,
yes,
which if you've seen the Olympics, it's that weird sport where someone like slides a it's called a stone down the ice, and then two people
mm,
kind of like sweep the hell out of it with a brush.
yeah,
So I've been doing that for a while, and the season's just about to come to an end, and it's been fun. And you know what? The
nice.
Yeah, I did quite well, I think overall. Um, but the thing that struck me is that it felt like when I was meeting people, in the club. It felt like this could be a very neurodivergent friendly sport because
Right.
it's quite technical in that it's quite like chess. Like there's a very cerebral part
Mm.
of the game.
Yeah.
It is a team sport, but not very team sporty because it's mostly just about you as an individual throwing, getting your technique down and
Yeah.
just and throwing those stones down or sweeping.
How do you know? How do you know how hard to push the stone?
Um, because
Is it like like French ball or pétanque?
right.
Is it a bit like that? The same kind of rules?
I mean, you can push off a little harder or a little
Yeah.
softer. You can let
Push
go
off.
of
Is
the.
that the official word?
I guess. I think so.
Okay. Okay. Push
Um,
off.
and you can let go of the stone. If you let go of it earlier, it goes
Yeah.
further. If you let go of it later, then it tends to not go as far. But yeah, so it
Uh,
seems to be quite a. Oh,
there
I
was a bit of a polemic situation in the Olympics when I think it was the Canadians. They were like not quite letting go, and their finger was still on the stone.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
What?
I know. That was all. That was a BFD. That was a big fucking deal. So yeah, so the curling thing's coming to an end, but I have really enjoyed that.
Nice though.
The other thing, I've almost finished my taxes, which is so I know that I am late, but I'm not that late. Like I've been a lot worse late than I have been. So I've by the time I've by the time the next week's podcast is out, I will have had that all pretty much done.
That's
So
good.
that's fucking relief
Very good.
because I have buried my head in the sand about the taxes in years previous, a long time, not that long ago, but I mean, and that kind of cost me fucking big time. So I see it as a win if I can get the taxes out of
Yeah.
my sent off.
Do you
It,
think of it in terms of maybe, the fines that you don't pay? You could buy, something nice like a house.
right. You know what? It is funny because I oh yeah, what Jesus? How much fines have I paid? Quite a bit. Although I last year I hired a lawyer who managed to get me off quite a substantial chunk of my
Right.
taxes due. So we hatched out a plan, and he did some work for me, and I was forgiven quite a lot of my fines. So
Nice.
that's the
Here at the moment, the government, because they're like tightening, they're struggling to find money. They're really I've had bills coming in for like refuse tax from 7 years ago. It's only like it's peanuts, but you can tell because other people happening to other people. They're really kind of like trying to eke out as much money as they can from the public coffers.
right.
Trying
Yep, yep,
to, trying to squeeze us out, basically.
yep, yep. Money, 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 money,
But
money.
you guys in the States, the IRS, they're hardcore, aren't they?
They are effing hardcore. However, because Elon Musk went in and kind of pulled a lot of staff from all over the place,
Yeah.
I think they kind of shut stuff down. I think it
Hmm.
ended up that the IRS wasn't as efficient. It was struggling more.
Hmm.
So I think I ended up taking advantage of it by kind of going, hey, yeah,
Okay.
because it's like if they wanted to get taxes out of me, they would have had to have launched a, they would have to be sort of, um, they would have to go down a path that involved a lot of effort because,
Mm-hmm.
and because I had lawyered up,
Mm-hmm.
I think they were like, oh, okay, this guy's got a lawyer. He will, we just don't have time for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Let's just I mean, I'm guessing, but, and
Okay.
also, I also realize that I am extremely privileged in that, in the way that that I could actually afford a lawyer to get my taxes down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I know is,
Okay.
Anyway, all right. So I think that's mainly all of my good things. Are, apart from I wrote a second short story,
Another
which was
one.
fun.
Blimey.
Which was
Okay.
fun, and then I've got the third one is worked out, so I just have to kind of start that one. So yeah, I'm enjoying being creative.
Nice. Very
All right.
nice.
All right.
Okay.
So let's move on to the bad then. The bad.
Bad. Well, this I've got a bad motive, but I haven't actually got a kind of a rounded off conversation about it. It's more of a provocation. I was watching an ADHD podcast recently, listening, and the guest on it was talking about ADHD as a disability, right?
Yeah. Right.
So, and it's an awkward one, isn't it? Because if you
Oh
grew
God. Yeah.
up, with in our generation, and then talk about it's a bit different now. Disabilities talked about at least in the UK
Yeah.
with a bit more kind of empathy. But I found myself being quite uncomfortable with ADHD as a being talked about as a disability,
Yeah. Yeah.
but inevitably having to, you know, with a minimum of logic, having to agree that it is.
Yeah. I mean, like, I, I mean, I, I tend to see it. There's two ways to think about it. One is the personal experience, right? Is like,
Mm,
do you feel like your ADHD is a disability? And I kind of think, no. Well, it is a challenge, and it makes life
mhm.
hard. But I don't think of myself as being disabled,
No.
right? Um, but and there's the other way of looking at it, which is from a from a DSM psychological um, uh, uh, category or taxonomy or whatever you want to call it, and I am looking to get medicated or I'm looking to get some sort of something,
Mhm.
then the then the medical field or the government has to, in order for them to give me something, I have to say I am, this ADHD is a disability, and they have to
Yeah.
look at me as a disability, and then they go, okay, right, well, he is, he needs meds, he needs help, he needs support or something.
Mhm.
So you're talking to two different things, and I don't think you can ever really separate them out at the moment. Yes, you are disabled in the eyes of the medical world and the government and the support industries, but no, you're not disabled. But you wouldn't call yourself that yourself
No. Yeah, it's difficult,
necessarily.
isn't it? It's difficult. I mean, that's what really came. I mean, I don't have a kind of a conclusion to this at all. It was just I thought I'd throw this in as a provocation because it does. I don't know. I feel awkward talking about it as a disability because I feel like there's other people who've got much worse disabilities. But you can say, well, this it's not a competition. There should be
Right,
room for everyone. One doesn't exclude the other.
right. Yeah, I think you just end up having to say that you are. disabled if you want something from
Yeah,
the
like
government.
more time to pay my taxes.
Right. Yeah. Then you
You
go,
know,
yeah, fine. I'm
yes, please.
disabled. If that, if me saying that or if me getting diagnosed as being disabled gives me this thing that I need, then fine.
Yeah,
I don't like it, but that's the system we have at the moment.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
I find it really difficult to. I mean, it's visceral. It's not just when I say it's difficult. It's not just it. It's like I have a stone in my stomach. If I have to ring up my Italian accountant to
Right.
talk about taxes or forms that I need to fill out, it's really hard, And I
To
think people that don't have ADHD or are not autistic, they won't understand it. They say, "Oh, Paul, well, we all have difficulties." But it's really strong, It's a very if for years I felt like there was an element of shame about it, and then I found out you had the same thing,
right.
had or have.
I have.
Um,
Yes.
okay, and it's really strong. It really makes me anxious.
So, like, when you're talking to your accountant and you're talking about being late or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Is it the thing that makes you anxious is you saying I have ADHD and that is why I'm struggling here? Is that the thing that you think anxious about, or
I just don't want to be having the conversation
at all?
at all.
All right. Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
I am telling everyone it is. I am.
Oh, was that? Yes, I have. I've been telling a lot of people. My accountant, no, because they're not. I've just changed accountant. Well, just a year and a half ago, and I'm going to change back to my previous accountant. I think
Yeah.
much nicer. They're just really unapproachable generally, whether you will have fucking ADHD or not. Just horrendous. I don't
Right.
like them at all.
Fuck 'em.
So I need to change my accountant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's so like it's usually one of the first things I say after hello and I need this, and then they'll be like, and I have ADHD, which means I will struggle here. I will struggle. I mean, like, so I went to a new dentist on where are we now? On like Friday, right?
right.
It was a whole new dentist, and it was new people, new practice, new office. That was all like, ugh. I'm meant to kind of like deal
Yeah.
with all of that, and then I'm having to have a conversation. She's like, "Oh, your teeth, blah blah blah," and then I said, "Yeah." I said, right,
Mm,
I have ADHD and I'm possibly auto, autistic, which means
mm.
you're going to have to tell me exactly what you're going to do before you do it so that I can prepare
Yeah.
myself. I don't like noise. I don't like pain. I don't like so I basically did this laundry list of
Yeah. Yeah.
of things that could help
Yeah.
her make my experience better. And it turned out really, really good. It was a
Well,
positive
that's
experience.
funny. If I did the same thing in Italy, they would look at me like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can
Because there's like
imagine.
100 times more awareness in the States than there are in Italy. They'd say ADH what?
Right.
You know, with
Yeah.
Italian gestures. It's like, "What the
Right.
fuck are you talking about?"
Right. Yeah, yeah. And they'll
I would
put
get some weird looks, definitely.
and for them it'll be ADHDA. Like ADHD. Yeah.
And
Have
just
to,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Have to add that extra A on the end.
yeah, yeah. They're a big fan of the extra vowels.
Right. And then be like, oh, ADHD. I know what you mean. Why didn't you say?
Yeah, here's different. I told people we had a conversation about this about a year ago. I told when I was teaching at the school, at the high school, I told a couple of the teachers. But one looked at me up and down, and she said, "Oh, you don't look as if you've got ADHD."
What does someone
Literally
look
looked me
like?
up and down.
What does that mean?
Yeah. And they're teachers, you know. Those are teachers. Can you imagine what it's like? Be like going to my accountant saying I've got ADHD.
All right. Yeah. No, I did. I said, by the way, I said I have ADHD, which means I will probably be late. I may be unorganized. This is the
Right.
kind of craziness that you can expect from me. And it was like, yeah, okay,
Mm.
that's fine.
My accountants is all male, and my
Right.
previous accountant was female and much nicer. And I suspect, and it's going to sound controversial, but I'm going to say anyway, women are more empathetic than men. I'm going to
Oh,
say it. I believe it.
I don't think that's at all controversial at all.
Right. Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
You're on safe
And
ground.
yeah, and there's a thing that came out the other day on this subject that women are much more likely to, 3 times more likely to use an exclamation mark when they're writing emails.
Ooh.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
3 times more likely. And you think, oh, is it because they're more angry? That was my first thought. Are they more angry? Right. And
Okay.
okay. But no, it's empathy because they have more empathy.
All
Women
right.
generally use the exclamation mark as as like a tool for empathy when they're writing.
Right. You
To
see,
say,
there
look,
is
I'm trying to understand you. You
right.
know,
Because I know, Paul, how much you have very mixed feelings about exclamation marks
I have a bad
generally,
relationship with
and
exclamation
you
marks.
generally don't like them,
No,
but they are good. They are.
but if someone uses it, I say, why are you shouting at me? Anyway. So, what
Um,
about your bad then, Martin?
all right. Just in the interest of time, I'm just going to do one bad, which is which is which is I'm now in the ADHD zone in this where I'm switching from my winter stuff to my warmer spring stuff.
Right.
Right?
Yes,
Now
yes.
in the winter, I wear a big coat all winter
Mhm.
that for like months, and it's
Same
great.
one.
Same one, big coat, and it's good because I can have my keys and my wallet in there the whole time,
Yeah,
right? So I always know where they are because they're always in my big coat, right? So I go outside,
right.
put my big coat on. There are my keys. There's my wallet. All's
It's
good.
like
I
having a
never lose
handbag.
them. It's yeah, the pockets are my handbag, right?
Hmm.
But now it's warm and I can't wear the big coat anymore. It means that my keys and my wallet could be anywhere. They could be anywhere now.
Hmm.
They are
If you lived
used.
in Italy, you could have a man bag. And it's quite big in England as well now, a man bag.
Right,
Have you
immersed.
have you have you thought about a man bag?
Occasionally, I think I thought about having a man bag in like yeah, about 15 years ago, and that was the last thought that I had on that. And
Okay.
they weren't a thing then, but
Yeah. Now it's a thing. At least in the UK and Italy, man bags are a thing.
yeah, I don't think the general American population is quite ready for it.
You've got
I don't
fanny
think.
bags.
Yeah, but that's what tourists wear. That's
Oh,
for
is it just a
tourists.
tourist thing?
Yeah, the little bag on your on the belt. Yeah, and the last thing that you want to do, and I'm sure that you'll agree, is to look like a tourist.
Oh no, God no. Yeah.
That's
That's it's like asking to be mugged.
oh, well, it isn't even that. It's just like someone's going to look at you and think that you're from somewhere else, and you're like, no, I live here.
Yeah.
I live here.
Yeah.
I'm not a bloody tourist. Fuck off.
But people say Italians say I don't look Italian. So Italians come up to me talking English as complete
Oh yeah,
strangers. They
yeah.
just know I'm not Italian.
You've just got that English
Just that
vibes.
look. They say
Hmm.
that like when English when they wear when English wear shorts, they look like someone stole their trousers.
Which is very true.
Yeah. Whereas the Italians, they have a bit more joie de vivre with the
Right.
shorts.
Well, I can do look pretty pretty American, and it isn't until I open my mouth that
Right.
it
Okay.
suddenly goes weird. All right. Well, I don't have anything in my
Nothing
in
ugly.
ugly, so
I've got an ugly.
it's
I
all yours.
did, I had, there was a job application for like a creative director
Oh
recently,
yeah, lovely.
and I got through. You never really know where you get through or whatever. But they said, "Oh, thank you for applying for this. Can you now please send us a creative proposal?"
Oh what?
Okay, yeah,
Fuck off. No.
fuck off, right? But then I thought, okay, I'll do it. I'll do
Oh
it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
and I've massively regretted it.
I'll back out of those instantly, mate. Never do
Yeah,
those. Never.
yeah. But I
Oh.
had some time. I had time on my hands. I
Okay.
just
All
thought,
right. All
right.
right. All right.
I
So
thought I
see.
had the time. I thought I'm going to blow them away with my, that's my. I'm in my mojo when I do that. It's like, okay, it's like,
Hmm?
don't tell me you're a comedian to show and tell me a joke. Like,
Yep.
okay. So the idea was, it was a recruitment company, okay, human
Okay.
resources company, right? And they
Yep.
wanted a creative idea for a welcoming pack for their own employees,
Oh God. So they just sent
right?
this out to a whole bunch of people just to get ideas for their own
Yes,
company.
yeah,
Oh, mate.
yeah,
And,
exactly. And then
oh my God.
three
Oh,
weeks passed. They said, "Oh, you've got a week from from this message to send it to us." Okay, and they
right.
gave instructions of how to send it to them. And then 3 weeks passed. There's no reply, right?
Yep.
So I sent them a letter.
Mm-hmm.
I sent them an email saying, "Look, what's going on,
I'm disgusted. Yep.
bastards." And miraculously, 10 minutes later, they sent me an email. Said, "I was sorry, but for this time around, we won't be taking your application any further." Bastards. But I mean, everything in my mind screamed, "No, don't do it." Everything in my mind said, "Don't do it." But it's just a sign, mate, of how desperate things have got. You
Right.
know,
Mm-hmm.
and it is shit out there. It's really shit,
It is.
especially if you're like 59, come up to 59 years old, and you're left out on the scrap heap, basically,
Yep.
and it
Yep.
stinks. It's really going back to ADHD and rejection. Was it rejection dysphoria syndrome?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Christ, you know,
That is that is
it's
brutal.
crap. It's really shit. I mean, I've basically given up doing applications for jobs.
Oh,
I
yeah,
sent
yeah,
one. I sent one on Saturday,
yeah,
but it's pretty much a waste of time, which is horrible to get to that stage.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, You know what? Because I haven't actually done anything for a while. I'm considering doing a the DoorDash thing, which is basically you join an app and then it's like someone wants you to pick up their their shopping from this store,
Right.
or you
Hmm.
pick up food, or you pick up whatever, right? You just go and
Yeah.
pick it up and you just drop it off. And I'm considering doing that, um, and applying for that. And it's not so much for the money; it's more like I need to get out and kind of like start
Yeah.
doing things that
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Yeah.
that do make money. That then I think, oh God, I'm not getting much money for this. I should do
Hmm.
something else, so that it kind of almost propels me to
Yeah.
find something better than that. But
Yeah.
I have to get out of my fucking my little room here and just doing something
Yeah.
that.
Well, I've got the same problem, mate. You know, and it's hard out there. You know, it feels like there's a part of me that doesn't want the job. You know, the marketing, because for me personally, my sector is just unrecognizable from what I knew it, and I don't like it how it is anymore.
Right.
No one cares about the quality of work anymore. It's all about the process. You know,
Hmm.
just get from A to B as quickly as possible. You know, and invoice it. You know, Bob's your auntie. And there's a part of me that just isn't interested. I have to admit.
Yeah. No, I'm not interested in joining any full-time thing. I'm just more interested
No, no.
in doing small gigs that I can control myself, or selling illustrations,
Right.
and actually having multiple ways of making money.
Exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm not tied to anything particularly.
Yeah. Couldn't think of anything worse, you know, than, you know, working, you know, 6 days a week in the supermarket. Couldn't do it.
Right. I know. I don't. No. No. I could
You
six. Yeah.
could
Oh yeah. No. That I could do happily.
8 hours, 6 hours, eight
Yep.
hours, 6 days a week.
Yep. I could do
Really?
that happily. Yeah. Because I used to do that when I was when I was at art college. I would work at
Hmm.
the supermarket, and I actually quite liked it. It was quite straightforward and quite and my brain liked it. It's the I couldn't do 8 hours a day in an advertising agency.
Right. No, no, no. I
That
couldn't.
that
No,
I can't do
no, no,
anymore.
no.
I can't
Yeah.
do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Because Because I
I can.
think, you know, this job that I applied for, I think, what if they said, yeah, Paul, they got on the phone, you know, it's like the ring it was like burning in their hands, the phone. Fucking hell, Paul, you're so good. Come on. Why don't you start tomorrow? I think, oh, shit. No, I didn't actually want the job.
Oh dear.
Anyway, yeah, so that was my ugly.
All right, cool beans. Good, bad, and ugly. I think we've kind of caught up somewhat. Um, All right. Well, let's go and jump into the tractor, and we'll go over to Alexandra's haunted inn. Fuck it. There we go. Jump in. Jump in. Go past the supermarket. Just wave in there. Say hello to the people. All right. Alexandra's just left a note, which I think you can just. Yeah, I just pulled out one small part of it. So last week we talked about restaurants, right?
Yeah.
And Alexandra is she worked as a chef for a very
Uh-huh.
long time. She's trained and everything. She's a proper
Wowzers.
cook and whatnot. So yeah.
Trained.
Oh yeah. So she said, Paul.
She said, Martin, she said, Martin, I can confirm that all chefs are crazy and they won't deny it either. At my first job, a chef asked me what quality I believe a chef must have, and I answered, to be totally bonkers. He couldn't stop laughing, saying, "You're so right." That's great.
They are bonkers.
I like honesty in an interview.
Mm-hmm.
If I was interviewing Alexandra, I'd say you've got the job.
Oh, you know what? You know what? That you've just reminded me what I was thinking that the next episode could be ADHD and interviews, but I think
Yeah,
I shall save that for another time.
yeah, okay.
Only because we have
Um,
quite a lot of funny, stupid interview stories. See, that's what I
we
was thinking.
do. Yeah, probably do. Yeah. And so, anyway, so in general, but your feedback, it'd be great to have your feedback. Anyone who's listening has got anything they want to say, good, bad, or in between, it'd be great to hear from you.
All right,
And we've got a couple of comments here, actually.
right
One
from yes.
is from your It's from your brother, Martin.
Yeah. So last week we was the Easter. We talked about how many Easter eggs we had, and I kind of felt like we had like, I don't know, 5, 6 Easter eggs every year now. And I was like, hey, yeah, did was that true? And then my brother said, yeah, we got quite a few chocolate eggs, but Mum forgot some, so we found them a few weeks later and ate them. So not only did we get quite a few, but there was even more. There was
Okay.
even more eggs, and you only had one. And I think
We had one.
and I had quite a lot. And he also goes on to correct us and say that he worked at Mars, not Cadbury's. And yes, I went to the factory and ate fresh Mars bars.
Okay. Just come to mind actually. I remember when at Easter when I was a kid, the adults used to get the dark chocolate Easter eggs, and I
Yeah,
always much preferred dark chocolate Easter eggs.
did
Always,
you?
yeah, did I
I
did.
Yeah, all right, good for you. But I know I'm not a dark chocolate fan, to be honest. I'm so uncivilized. Anyway, and I forgot this thing. So a while ago,
Yeah, this is a
we
while back, isn't it?
this is a this is a while, but yeah. So we were talking about Seth, who's our the ADHDville head of head stuff, and we were talking about the fact that he doesn't like mushrooms, and
right.
for some reason you said, I can't remember how we got to it, that perhaps he didn't like mushrooms because he couldn't he couldn't aff- aff- he couldn't
Well,
afford them.
I
Was that
said
right?
that I started to enjoy mushrooms pretty much from the time that I was paying for my own food.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So my
he
question was to Seth: is he buying his own food, or is his mum and dad still buying it for him?
that's right.
So
That's right.
he hasn't quite appreciated things like mushrooms yet.
So he texted me a while ago, and I just keep forgetting to bring this up. But he said to me, "Please tell Paul that I know that I am an adult. I can afford mushrooms. I still don't like them, but I really wish I did, so I can enjoy the mushroom coffee craze." Um,
Never heard of that. Mushroom coffee?
yeah. So I've had quite a few mushroom
Right.
coffees. I will say, Seth, that they don't taste like doesn't taste like mushrooms. There's nothing there's nothing mushroomy about it at all.
Yeah.
But
We
it isn't.
have
But it is
that
quite
craze
good.
hasn't arrived in Europe yet.
All right. It's. I think if you can't take a caffeine, it is a very good alternative. I mean, it doesn't taste as good as
Right.
coffee, but I don't know. It's
Okay.
something.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
All
All
right.
right.
Um. All right. Well. All right.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of that. Now we do have a quiz, which I think that we
Yes.
can squeeze in.
Come on, let's squeeze it.
All right. Here we go. Let's hit the quiz music. It's the
It's the
quiz.
quiz.
It's the bloody quiz. All right. I can't find my. Oh, I have the quiz, but I can't find the piece of paper that has the up to date. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here's the scores on the doors currently. In this session 2, this quiz number 2, you are 1 point up. So
Yes.
you are in the leading position. So let's see if you can carry on there and
Okay.
pull ahead. Put some distance between you and me.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right. So this is a two lies, no, two truths and a lie, and I will tell you two things that
Okay.
that are true and one, and you have to spot the one that I made up. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Question number 1. Eyes down for a full house.
Yeah.
So the theme of this, I couldn't really think of a theme, so I just went with funerals, because I was just chatting
Oh,
to
nice.
to Alexander earlier about funerals. I thought, hey, you know what?
Right.
You know what? It's Easter.
Just to cheer me up.
Well, you know, like it's like, yeah, it's like sort of resurrection. We're going into the spring. Yeah, let's just kind of like do a funeral one. All right, so here we go. Question number 1. This is all history. This is
Right.
because I know that you like history. I like history, so we're keeping it historical.
Okay.
Question number 1. A. William the Conqueror's body reportedly exploded during his funeral.
Okay.
Number 2. Horatio Nelson's body was preserved in a barrel of alcohol for the journey home after he died at the Battle of Trafalgar.
Okay.
Or C. Isaac Newton insisted his funeral include a demonstration of gravity by just letting his coffin fall into the hole.
Come on.
So
That's so unlikely.
So did William the Conqueror's body explode? Did Horatio Nelson get preserved in alcohol, or did Isaac Newton do a
surely the
coffin
false
drop?
one is Newton.
And you'd be right.
Okay. Phew.
There we go. Question number 2. Alexander the Great allegedly requested his hands be left outside his coffin to show he left the world empty-handed.
Okay, that sounds very likely.
Number 2. Queen Victoria was buried with sentimental items from her late husband.
That's true.
Alfred, including a dressing gown and a plaster cast of his hand.
That's true.
All right. Number 3.
I think it had some of his hair as well.
All right. Yeah, probably. C. Sigmund Freud requested his funeral guests analyze each other's dreams as part of the ceremony.
Oh, no, that's false.
And you'd be right.
False.
You'd be right.
Okay.
So the last and final question. Rasputin, Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen, was buried, then later dug up and burned by revolutionaries who feared his influence even after death.
That's true, I think.
Number 2. Charlie Chaplin's body was stolen from his grave and held for ransom.
That's true as well, I think.
Being recovered. Or number C. Leonardo da Vinci designed his own elaborate coffin that included a wine dispenser.
Okay, have you made the catastrophic Thompson error of making all the false ones the third choice?
I may have done, or I may not have done.
I'm going to say the Leonardo da Vinci is false.
And you'd be right.
Come on.
So there you go. You are now.
It did help, though. To be fair, it did help that I knew a couple of the answers.
Well, you see, I thought you know what? Let's just include stuff that I think that you may know.
Okay.
So I was kind of like, I thought that you might. I knew William the Conqueror's body exploded. I knew about Horatio Nelson. I didn't know about Alexander the Great leaving his hands. So that was new.
They're all bonkers.
But everything else I kind of knew. So I kind of thought, well, you know what? If I knew it, there's a fair to middling chance you will as well. All right, awesome. So you are now two ahead, 2-0, and it'll be your turn to do the quiz next week, I guess.
Okay.
So speaking of next week, what is next week's episode going to be about, Paul? Tell us.
Next week is ADHD and Blade Runner. So maybe some of you out there, you maybe not seen Blade Runner, or at least the second one. Go watch it. Go watch it in the meantime, because there's a reason. Because there's a lot of it could be relatable with ADHD and autism. So we're going to be kind of like doing a deep dive a little bit on that.
Right, because it's one of our favourite films. So we are being a little bit self-indulgent, but there is actually some but I kind of felt like, well, neurodivergent people do tend to like Blade Runner. They do tend to like sci-fi.
Feeling like we're not quite human.
Yeah. You got these androids that struggle with emotions. So, So there's some interesting stuff that we can talk about. Yeah.
We like crying in the rain. Whilst throttling a dove.
Yes, and we all like Daryl Hannah.
Oh yes, or yes, Pris, or Rachel. Oh, I can't remember her name.
Sean Young.
Sean Young.
Yeah. I know. All right. Well, that'll be us next week. Just
a bit self-indulgent, but we'll try not to be too exclusive.
Right.
in our reflections.
Yeah. But then again, it is our bloody podcast.
Yes, right. It's a good point. Well put.
Oh dear.
Okay.
All right. So that just means for me to say that ADHDville is delivered fresh every Tuesday to all purveyors of fine podcasts. So please subscribe to the pod and rate us good, bad, or ugly. And feel free to correspond at will in the comments. But wait, there's more. If you wish to see our beautiful, beautiful faces, then say forth to the YouTubes and the TikToks. And you can also pick up a quill and email us at ADHDville@gmail.com. But in the meantime, be fucking kind to yourself.
And I beseech you, fellow ADHDers, fare thee well with gladness of heart. Try to say that with particular gladness of heart.
Yeah. Well,
there, says the mayor. That's that.
Yeah, there we go. That is that. Oh, well, that's nice. What's time now?
Almost bang on the hour. It's pretty good going.
I know we've scraped in under the bar, and just like Indiana Jones, we've just kind of like grabbed our hat and just pulled it in at the last second.
Is that an Indiana Jones thing?
Yeah.
Just in time kind of thing.
Yeah, where he kind of where the door's about to shut and he just reaches in and grabs
right, gotcha. Radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Where are we? Here we go. What?